Hello and welcome to another episode. So today we're going to talk about boundaries and what that means. So recently I had a conversation with someone about boundaries. This individual was has some boundary issues within the people that are really close to them in their lives. And they implemented some boundaries and of course and it was with their family, and of course their family did not like the boundaries at all. They were not happy about it, and they tried to guilt them into breaking their boundaries. And they told them how selfish that they were, how they were being childish, how they were being immature, how what they were doing was breaking the family. But you know what? That person stayed with their boundaries, stayed firm, and they were like, you know what? That's okay. I'm okay with you being angry with me because tomorrow I'm going to wake up peaceful. And I want to talk about that in particular because a lot of times we put boundaries up, and the people who get angry about our boundaries are the same people who are trying to violate them, or the same individuals that made us put the boundaries up in the first place. And it's really, really hard when it is friends, family, loved ones that have been in your life for a long time because you've now established this way of life. There's an establishment there of I'm a I allow you to walk all over me. I allow you to violate my boundaries. I allow you to bully me, to hurt me, but I'm not going to do it anymore. And now that you're telling them, hey, you know what? I don't want you to do this. And in the past, you may have said, hey, I don't want you to do this anymore. Hey, this is not okay, but you didn't implement it. And now that you're implementing it, it's personal to them. It feels personal because it feels like a personal attack that I am not allowed to violate your boundaries. It feels like a personal attack that I am not allowed to take my anger out on you. Feels like a personal attack that I am not allowed to use you as a punching bag because I'm angry about something that has nothing to do with you. And now you're not allowing me to do what I always do. So now I feel personally attacked. That's okay. Let them feel personally attacked. Let them be angry. Let them be mad. Let them feel whatever it is that they want to feel. Because at the end of the day, as long as your boundaries are in place, that is what matters. Because people who violate your boundaries don't care about your feelings. Even if they care about you, even if it is a loved one, even if they even if you believe that they love you, and even if they actually do love you, they do not have the right to make you feel any type of way. They do not have a right to make you uncomfortable in order to make themselves comfortable. They do not have a right to force you to do something against your will that you don't want to do. They don't have a right to get angry because you implemented boundaries. If you feel like it is something that is not going to make you feel good, if it is going to make you feel bad, if it is going to cause you pain, if it is going to cause you anything that is not good, you don't have to take it. And that is the key. So a lot of times we get stuck on this, oh, but I feel guilty because they got angry or I made them feel bad. You did not make them feel bad. You did not make them angry. They got angry. They felt bad. Other people, and this goes with you too, other people in our lives, right? Like we can't control what the people in our lives do. We can control how we react to it. Does that mean we're going to get upset? Yes. But did the person make you upset? Did you make them upset? Or did you get upset because of what happened? Or did they get upset because of what happened? A lot of times we don't take responsibility for our actions and our feelings, and we put them off on other people. But at the end of the day, the only person who can make you upset is you. And I'm not saying that you don't have a right to get upset because of something that someone does or something that someone says. You have a right to feel however you want to feel, or however you feel based off of the situation and the actions. But that doesn't mean that it is someone else's fault. It is, it just is. So if someone, I mean, are there cases where it is someone else's fault? Like if I go outside and someone smashed all the windows in my car, absolutely that is their fault, and absolutely I'm going to be upset. But if someone tells me that they don't want to go somewhere, they don't want to do something, or they're unhappy about something that I've done, and then I get upset, that is not their fault. I'm upset based off of whatever it is that they are feeling. But they did not cause me to be upset because they have the right to feel what they want to feel. And the reverse is also true. If someone gets upset based off of your actions, based off of your decisions, based off of you doing what is right for you, you did not make that person upset. That person is reacting to you doing what you need to do for you. And that's the important part about all of this, is that this is all, boundaries is all about self-care. And a lot of times I think we skip over that and we skim over it. We don't realize boundaries are self-care. It is the essential foundation to self-care. When we implement boundaries, we are implementing a self-care measure. We are saying, you know what? When I'm around you, I don't feel good. When you do this, I don't feel good. When this happens, I don't feel good. So moving forward, I'm not going to allow those things to happen. I'm not going to allow you to do that to me. I'm not going to be around people who don't make me feel good about myself. And with that, what that means is that you're doing something to take care of yourself so that you no longer feel that way. That is where the self-care comes in, but that is also where you get the pushback, because you're now saying, you know what? I'm not going to take this anymore. This is not going to happen. I don't like it. So let's not do it. And that's when people get upset, especially when you have laid this foundation for years where they continuously treat you this way. And now they're not treating you this way. This is very new to them. This is just as new to them as it is to you. But for them, it feels like a personal attack because you are saying no. And you're not just saying no, because in the past you probably said no, but you probably didn't put your foot down. This time you're putting your foot down. And quite frankly, they have no idea how to handle that. What do you do when someone puts your, what do they do when you put your foot down and you're saying, absolutely not, we're not going to do this? This is very new to them. So I want you to keep in mind that when people get upset because of the boundaries that you put in, they are not upset about your reactions. They're not upset because you're taking self-care. They're upset because they are no longer allowed to violate you. So put your boundaries in, implement your boundaries, stick to them, and don't allow anyone to guilt you out of your boundaries. Eventually, one of two things are going to happen. One, they're going to learn to respect your boundaries. Or two, they're going to take a step back because they realize that they're unable to violate your boundaries, and that's not going to make them happy. But either way, you're going to wake up the next day feeling good about yourself. So just remember, boundaries are self-care. And that is it for today's episode. So until next time, take care of yourselves.